Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee, I'm 20 and I'm new here. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to achieve this Moonchild purpley magical glowy look that I have. This was actually requested by a friend of mine and I thought what better way to start off my YouTube journey with a look that kind of expresses who I am in a way. I also just wanted to do a quick disclaimer. I am getting over being sick. I've been waiting since before Christmas to do this video and I cannot get over this sickness, so I'm so sorry about my voice. It's super hoarse and nasty. I promise this isn't what my voice normally sounds like. Maybe in the next few months it'll sound cuter, so sorry about that. I'm also doing a Q&A, just a small one, at the end of this video so that you guys can kind of get to know me a little bit better. So if you're interested in that, just watch to the end of the video. So without further ado, I guess let's get on to the tutorial. So I'm going to start off by getting a clip and clipping my hair back. I don't like to use a headband because it puts like a crease in my hair, because I always do my hair after I do my makeup, just so I can have like I have access to everywhere on my face. I'm going to start with a wet beauty sponge. You can, this is my favorite one, it's like $6, whatever. And then use a primer. I'm going to use this little sample for my primer today. And I'm just going to put that all over my face. So now typically I like to start with doing my face makeup like before I do any eyeshadow. I know some people like to do eyeshadow first and I actually used to prefer doing it that way, but I like to do face first because I usually don't deal with fallout that bad. Like some people complain about like eyeshadow fallout on their foundation, but I typically don't have issues with it. So I go face first. So I'm going to go in now with my foundation. I actually mix my foundations because I'm like kind of in between. It's winter time, so it's like awkward. So my pale foundation is this Lancome one, and if I'm gonna have to like do that, really good. Then for my dark foundation, I use the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, and I start with this and I dot it all around. And then I'm gonna get my sponge, and I don't like doing it on my hands. I hate washing it off, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it right on the sponge and then dot all around and blend that in. And I wonder if the camera picks up this sound. So that usually covers like half my face, like my nose down, and then I'll drag it down to my neck, which it makes my voice sound weird when I talk, so I'm not going to talk while I do it. So never drag your beauty blender on your face. I'm pretty sure that's a rule that everybody knows, but I usually drag it down my neck, which I don't know if that's bad, but it usually looks fine. So. So now I'm going to go in and do the second half of my face. So I'm going to dot all around like my forehead and my nose area. And then same thing, I'm going to do another squirt of my Lancome, I don't know. So for the next step, I'm going to do my Holy Grail Tarte Shape Tape concealer on my face, just on all the concealer areas. I like to do so this is, I just have a pimple right here, but my like main areas that I like to do concealer like no matter what are this. I use the shade Light. I have not been saying the shade that I use. In the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, I use Light Neutral, and then in my Lancome foundation, I use 100 Ivory Neutral. So we got that under wraps. Okay, so now my concealer is all blended. I'm going to set that. I use the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in 220 Natural Beige. Call me tacky, but I like to use the little thing provided. And then I start with just where I put my concealer. And then I'm just going to go in and set everything with it afterwards. So my face is done. I'm gonna go in next with brows just because I want to get that out of the way. So I have multiple things that I do with my eyebrows. I'm just gonna do it easy today. I use the NYX brow pencil in taupe, so I'm gonna just trace those and, you know. So there's a after and before. So now I'm going to go in with a brow gel to set my brows. I use the Anastasia brow gel. I'm just going to finish doing these. After the brows are set, sorry about my voice, my god. Okay. So my brows are set and I'm ready to do eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with the Painterly Paint Pot. I got it because James Charles told me that I had to get it, so I got it, thank you. I'm using the Morphe F421 brush to paint that all on my eyelids for a eyeshadow primer. We love that for us. So now that I'm done doing the eye primer, I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. So I'm recreating a look that I did a little bit recently. I can insert a picture of what I did, and I got a few requests from some of my friends that they wanted a video of me doing it. So that's really sweet. Like, I didn't think anyone would like want to see it. So I'm gonna look it up on my phone just so I can just so I can see what it is. I had a lot of fun doing this look when I first did it. I wasn't following any picture or anything. I just wanted to use like all the purples. So I have my wonderful James Charles palette. Love this for us. She's a little worn, but we love her. So I'm gonna start. I have my brushes here. Let's see. Now, I'm not going to be able to name all the brushes that I have. The brush that I used to do my eye primer, I knew the name of, but this is literally like an Urban Decay Naked Smoky brush. So if I don't say the name of the brush, I probably don't know it. So Morphe has the best eyeshadow brushes though, highly recommend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this pink, which is Skip, and then this light purple, I don't remember the name. I'm going to kind of mix the two, and then I'm going to go in to my crease with those. So I'm gonna do this a little more up close so you guys can see like what exactly I'm doing. I have a little fluffy friend right here, and I'm gonna go into my crease, and as James himself would want to remind you guys as well, remember you can't really like drag when you're using these colors. You have to kind of dab, and you're gonna see that I'm doing that especially with this bright pink Skip. You really cannot be like dragging, you have to just pat. So I kind of just went all around my crease. I'm going to kind of lightly drag it out with as little product on my brush as possible, just so that I'm not like dragging it like dramatically. So just like a light look. Cute? I don't know. I have a spot here that is not wanting to blend. I'm sad. Alright, so now I'm going to take a smaller crease brush and I'm going to go in to the darkest matte shade in the James Charles palette, and I'm going to just kind of deepen the crease with this darker purple. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go in and do my under eyes before I start with the cut crease. So what I did in the under eye was kind of like a more deeper blue. So I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to do a mix of this light purple and then this matte light blue. So after I finished with the under eye, the blue, I'm going to finally move on to the cut crease, which I'm a little bit nervous about. So what I do for that is I get a really tiny brush, like that tiny, like small. And then I'm going to go and get my trusty handy dandy Tarte Shape Tape. And what I actually like to do is there's a little bit of concealer like right on like the little stick, and so I just kind of go in and take a little there, and it's plenty to do a cut crease, so I don't have to like paint it onto my hand and waste the concealer. I don't know. Balling on a budget, okay? So I'm gonna go in, create a cut crease. I'm gonna kind of go halfway. I'm not doing the whole lid, so you can see how I do that. So now that I have a cut crease on both my eyes, I'm going to make sure they're kind of like tacky. And then I'm going to go in with the light blue shimmer shade in the James Charles palette. And then I'm going to get a packing brush, if I can find one. Okay, so now I'm going to take some spray. I'm using my Mario Badescu Rose Water. Spraying a packing brush, and I'm going to get that light blue shade. And again, I'm going to pack that all over where I placed the concealer. Okay, so now that I've finished with the light blue on my lids, just because I'm extra, I'm going to take some of this Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter eyeliner, and it's in the shade Spandex. It's just like a blue, and I'm going to just place this like underneath my eye and hope that it looks cute. Alright, so next I'm going to move on to contour. So I don't do any type of cream contours because obviously my face is already set like with the powder. So what I like to do is I have this awful old Sonia Kashuk brush. It's kind of like looks like that. And then I have this e.l.f. contouring brush, and it's just like a flat, like, just got this Morphe contour kit. It's the, which one is it? It's the 8L one. So it has 4 highlights and 4 contour colors. I'm really excited. I think I'm going to mix Donut and Literati and see what we get. So now for blush, I'm actually going to go into the James Charles palette. This is actually kind of weird. I'm going to use this little Morphe brush that I have here. Don't know the name or number of it. And I'm going to take this shade that James loves to use as a blush. I also love to use it as a blush. It's just so pretty. I love it. Like the shimmeriness of it and the color. I don't know. I just love it. Okay, so right before I do highlighter, I really like to spray my whole face with setting spray just so that my face is super damp and I can get just like as big of a pop as possible with my highlighter. So I'm going to go in with a Morphe setting spray. It's the only setting spray I can use. So sprayed my face. Then I like to use my Morphe 510 brush, and I'm going to go into the James Charles palette and use the highlight shade. I believe it's Face. That's the name of it. And then I'm going to just give myself some highlight. I'm now going to take a little bit more of a conservative brush, and I'm going to go back in with that light shimmery blue that I did on my lid. Rhymes. And then I'm gonna actually pack that on top of the highlighter that I already did, because it's just adds like this pretty like glow, and I'm really into it. I almost forgot, I need to do my nose contour. I cannot go out without doing my nose contour. That's where I'm gonna do this e.l.f. brush. I'm gonna go back to my contour shades, and then I'm gonna just go down the bridge of my nose like that. There is no right or wrong way to do a nose contour. I'm telling you here, do it your way, I promise. I, for the past like 3 years, did not know if I was doing it the right or wrong way, and everyone does it different, so. Plus, gotta Facetune my nose anyway. So now I'm going to move on to one of my favorite steps. I'm going to take a small little pointy brush. It's actually dedicated to this actual step. And I'm going to go in with my classic Jaclyn Hill palette. Most girls have this in their collection. It's just such a must. So I'm kind of obsessed with these two colors right here. And I'm going to go into my inner corners and then my brow bone with these two shades mixed together. I don't know what I would do without this color in my life. It just really improved like everything. Like, look at that. Look at the difference. Sorry, but I'm also going to take those same two colors and I'm going to accentuate my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to go in at the tip of my nose and the bridge. This looks kind of a lot, but in a second it'll all come together. So for this next step, it's going to be kind of interesting. We're going to do eyeliner. I use the cheap little e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. Let's do this. So I have both eyes done, and what I like to do after my eyeliner, because one thing about this eyeliner that I use is that it usually dries shiny, and I don't prefer that. So I'm going to go in with Spooky in the James Charles palette, which is just the matte black, with this really, really tiny flat brush, and I'm going to really lightly dip that in the black, and then blot over my liner to mattify it. Okay, so now that my eyeliner is nice and mattified, next I'm going to go in with a little bit of mascara, and then I'm going to put a pair of lashes on, so that's going to be interesting. So when I wear lashes, I prefer to curl them first and then do a tiny little bit of mascara and then put them on and then do a little bit of mascara afterwards, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably only going to show me doing one on camera because false lashes is by far the most stressful part of the makeup routine for me, so yeah, just bear with me. Also, by the way, for my mascara, I use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is a dupe, actually, for the Too Faced Better Than Sex, which was my go-to, but she's $30 per tube, so we're doing L'Oreal today. Okay, so now I have a thin coat of mascara on my top lashes, and now is when I'm going to go in and put the glue on the lashes I'm going to do and wait for them to get tacky. Okay, so I think my lashes are ready to be put on. Let's hope I don't have a mental breakdown on camera. If so, I mean, that's kind of on brand, right? Yeah, okay, anyway. Okay, so I did my lashes off camera, thank God. I made it through that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a light coat over my lashes of mascara, and then I'm going to do my bottom lashes. So I'm done with my lashes. This is kind of an optional step. I'm going to take this Too Faced lipstick in the shade Unicorn Tears, which is just like a fun purpley shimmery color. And I'm going to take a little eyeshadow brush and I'm going to dab into this lipstick. And I'm actually going to place this kind of on top of my inner corner shade that I have now, just to kind of add a little bit of like fun, like purpley shimmery to match the rest of the look. And then I'm going to add it to my brow bone. I'm also going to take this Unicorn Tears lipstick and place it on my lips. So just to kind of add on to what I already have going on, I'm going to take the shade Artistry in the James Charles palette, which is this beautiful purple shimmery shade. I'm going to place some on my finger. And just dab that onto my lips. So now my lips are matching my eyes. And I believe that is it. Just some setting spray is all you need after that. Whew. So I like to kind of do this sometimes, and it kind of blends the setting spray into your skin, and it just adds like, it just feels nice, okay? It feels nice. Alright guys, so I think that is it for my Moonchild Alien Purple Sparkly look. I hope you guys liked it. This is obviously my first video ever, like, starting on this new channel. I guess I'm also going to plug in my Instagram and Twitter and stuff down below, so if you want to follow me on there, please go, feel free. But I think that's it. Leave a comment, subscribe to me. I'm trying to like build my following here. So yeah, if you want more makeup videos, leave a comment down below, and thank you guys so much. Okay, time for questions. Yay. My first question is, what is your zodiac sign? I'm a Virgo. I'm obsessed with astrology. I'm also a Taurus moon and a Libra rising. Ask me about your chart because I love astrology. The next question I got is, how's college going? And I would say college is going okay. It's starting to get really hard. I just started, this fall I just started my junior year at Texas State University, and I'm majoring in public relations. I'm having an amazing time. I love it so much. But the school part is super hard. And yeah, I'm just kind of pushing through. I'm probably doing summer classes this summer, so that's going to be fun. Next question, what is your favorite part of the day? This sounds really stupid, but probably the part of the day where I get to drink my chocolate milk and nap time. I'm literally a 4-year-old. How did you first get into makeup? So in case you haven't noticed, I'm like a super girly girl. I started getting into makeup ever since I was like a baby. I got into my mom's makeup, and then I started doing my eyeshadow and stuff around like 12. And ever since then, here I am, obsessed with makeup and wasting my time on it, but it's fun, so yeah. And then I have, what about it made it so interesting to you? I think just like how I think what makes makeup so interesting to me is like the artistic factor of it, and how I can like get super into my makeup and completely forget like the rest of the world. And I think that's what makes it so much fun. And also YouTube and watching beauty gurus like Jaclyn Hill and James Charles and Jeffree Star also makes it really fun, and it makes me like inspired and want to like try stuff like this. Next question was, when is your birthday? My birthday is September 11th, 1998, so I'm 20. A lot of people ask me like if it sucks having that birthday. It doesn't. I would honestly rather keep my birthday than have my birthday on like Christmas. So, fun fact. Another question I got was, what camera do I use? I use a Canon T3i Rebel. I barely know what I'm doing on it as well. Next question is, how do you decide what makeup looks good on you? I feel like that's like a really good question. So I feel like how I know what looks best on me is trial and error, honestly, which is like a sucky answer. But I find that like a winged eyeliner is much better than like just like a smoky or no eyeliner. It kind of suits my eye shape better. One of my eyes kind of is smaller than the other a little bit, like my eye squints a little bit more than the other one of them. I don't know which is which in pictures, but that's also another thing. I also, when I take pictures of myself in certain makeup looks, I can tell like what I like best and stuff. But I know like my go-to is a winged liner. I've been doing it my whole life ever since I was in like 8th grade. But I guess my answer to that would just be trial and error and pictures. So that's all the time I have for questions today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah. I think that's good.